I wanted to spend a little bit of time to remind teachers what they need to do to make sure that activities don't get assigned to every kid every time new students come into their class. So right now, if I were to assign an activity or to open an activity that was already assigned, so here's a Martin Luther King choice board. Right now, if I click on edit that activity, it's already assigned to my class and it's only assigned to certain people. So when I click on edit, all these names are not selected, only certain names. If I were to make a new activity and assign it to a class, I want to make sure that I don't leave it checked so that all students in the class, whenever they show up, get that same activity. If I were to click on my training class down here, it would automatically assign it to the 9 students that are in my class right now, but it would also assign it to any student who is added to my class at any point throughout the rest of the school year. So when students change classes back and forth and they show up in this class, if I haven't edited which students and changed it, those new students are gonna get every assignment that's ever been assigned to that class. So when I click on, instead of clicking here, I'm going to click on Edit Students, and I'm going to turn this check mark off. So it's not assigning to every student in the class. Or I can leave that check mark on and turn off the sample student. And now it's only going to be assigned to the 9 students that are already in my class. And next week, or next month, or 3 months from now, when somebody gets assigned to my Seesaw class, this activity I'm assigning today won't show up on their name. If you leave this check marked, then all students in this class right now and all students who ever come into this class would get assigned this particular activity. So the easiest way for me is to turn off the sample student and hit the check mark and then hit assign to that class. If by chance you haven't done that and you get a new student in your class and they have 45 activities assigned, you're going to have to go back to your activities section and you're going to look for every activity that says assigned to all students. These are only assigned to certain students because it's saying assigned to 8 students, assigned to 2 students. I'm looking for any activity, right, like this one that says assigned to all students in the training class. It was assigned on December 3rd. But tomorrow, if I get a new student in my class, this activity is going to show up on their feed as being required. How can I change it? I'd have to edit this activity, this old activity, and I would have to edit the people that it's assigned to, and I would have to either turn off all the names and just pick the ones I want, or turn off that sample student. As long as I turn off at least one student, then it would eliminate this option at the top. So let's say that Crystal Perry is the new student in my class. When she comes to this class and she gets assigned this activity and I don't want her to see it, I just turn off her name and hit the check mark and hit save. Now, when I go in and look at that assignment, which was, I think, this Martin Luther King choice board. Nope, it was down further. I'm not sure which one it was. But any activity that says assigned to all students, you'd have to go back in and change. That way, those new students in your class don't have old activities assigned to their name. In the past, if you archived an assignment, then new students wouldn't see it. But over the summer, that changed. Even those archived assignments from earlier in the school year, ones that are a long time ago, if it still says assigned to all students, then that new student in your class is going to see that assignment from way back whenever you assigned it. So you might have a lot of students that you need to click on and turn off so that they're not seeing old assignments. Or you could just talk to the families and tell them not to worry about activities that were before the date they arrived in the class. Hopefully that's helpful.